Welcome back to Games Revealed. I'm James and also The Brink, and today I want to talk about Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. And I will have to say, this game is fun so far. I actually quite like it. I like a lot of things about it, but it is also something that isn't. If you like Borderlands, you might like this. If you don't like Borderlands, you probably won't like this unless the fantasy aspect you do like. So before we get into things, we'll make sure to like, subscribe, bash that bell with your crowbar. Now that we've gotten out all the work, let's get into it. So with this game, this is my biggest concern, to be honest, about this game was that it was going to be too much like Borderlands 2, 3, 1, whatever one you want, because they're all very similar, right? And it kind of is, actually. My worries were founded, I guess, in some ways. It's a little bit too much like Borderlands 1, 2, and 3, just Borderlands series. It has the gunplay in it, and it throws me off. Like, you first get like a crossbow kind of weapon, and then later on you start getting other weapons that shoot. You get other weapons that shoot bullets, and it's just kind of kills the magic for me of Fantasyland a little bit. But that's like one of the only downsides, I would say. The storytelling is really fun. I haven't finished it yet, but I'm definitely enjoying everything about this game so far. The reviews are pretty decent for it, from what I've seen. It's definitely a game where if you want more Borderlands and you want to twist on the genre from sci-fi to more fantasy and D&D role-playing style, it's fun. I like this new world. It's a little flamboyant. It's a little goofy. So if you don't like, all the Borderlands are kind of goofy, but this one even goes a little bit step further. If you know Tiny Tina, she gets really goofy. I love the goofiness. I love the comedy in it. It's a little hamstringed at times, but it is a fun game to play. From my understanding, it's not quite as long as the other Borderlands, but it's still really good. I'll say it's worth it so far. If it's not as long, that's fine. I don't have as much time to play these games these days anyways, so I appreciate it as long as it packs in enough goodness, which so far it has to a point. Like I said, it is still very much like Borderlands in even some of its missions. Some of its still has the loot boxes. It still has looting for weapons. It has a ton of different weapons. It does rename the shields. It has a lot of the same mechanics and mechanisms that Borderlands has. Shields, and just has melee in it. It has about everything that you'd expect from a Borderlands game with a fantasy twist, which if you love Borderlands and you don't want that formula to change, then you're going to like this. If you wanted to change more like me, I would have given this game more into the 9s out of 10. Instead, I do think it's founded that it's about a 7 out of 10. That's a lot of the stuff I've seen, maybe even an 8. It's very fun. It's really hard to gauge on like a scale like that. But to be honest, if you want a fantasy Borderlands, this is the game for you. I really like the DLC. The DLC was a little long in my opinion, and difficult. It was very difficult and long for what it was. It was grindy in some ways. This feels like they took that DLC from Borderlands 2 and essentially made it into a full-fledged game that feels paced so far. So yeah, grab your spell books, go to town on some baddie skellies, and you should start playing this now if you like first-person looters. So thank you guys for watching this. Let me know in the comments below if you're going to play this new Borderlands, Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, because I want to know. I want to know if you're interested, if you're not, if you even care. Let me know in the comments. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to check out the Discord, the merch, and everything else in the description below, and I'll catch you guys next time. Check out my other videos. Peace out. Later!